So I'm just going to say this right here and now, okay? As a girl, if you know that that guy you're dating is someone that you would not say yes to when you get pregnant for him out of wedlock, then you shouldn't even be with that guy. And as a guy, if you know that that babe you're with right now, if she comes to you knocking and crying saying, oh, she's pregnant, and you cannot accept responsibility, you know that you will not accept responsibility, then there's really no point getting her pregnant in the first place.
Ryan Little.
Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. My name is Austin Betha. Welcome back to my corner, our corner. I'm so excited to have you guys here today. I know that my last video was quite a lot, for a lot of people. It was a lot for me as well, and I want to say a very big thank you to every single one of you that watched that video. It means a whole lot to me. Thank you so much for all your comments. Thank you so much for the love. Thank you for the encouragement. It actually means a lot to me. Okay, now I have to put this out there. As much as all these comments were straight from the heart, as much as all these comments were really encouraging, you guys sounded so supportive and all, I need to set the record straight. Okay, Betha is not pregnant. But before you get offended, before you say, oh, Betha was even pranking us, she was doing this for views and all of that. Now, while that might be true, because of course we all need the views, I also want you to understand that there's a lady out there, someone you probably know, someone you've probably met in church or just on the street, who is also pregnant out of wedlock and is faced with this same situation. Like, what do I do? Do I keep the baby or do I get rid of the baby? Now, these are real life situations, and as much as I know that some of you would probably get angry, why would Betha do this to us? Why would Betha play such prank on us? This is not just any type of prank. Okay, of course you guys would expect that, oh, now that it's a prank, let's just move on. But no, there's no moving on from this. We actually need to have a serious conversation. Now, the first question I actually want to ask you guys, this is me being serious, and this is as serious as it can get with me. Okay, take this whole situation away from Betha. If this was a random girl, a random lady, a random single lady that you knew in your streets, coming to tell you that she was pregnant out of wedlock, would you still have given her the same response you gave to me? Would you still have encouraged her so much? Like, would you have told her, oh, go ahead, it's fine, you've made the mistake? Like, would that genuinely be the kind of advice you would give to her? Or am I getting a preferential treatment simply because I have an audience? You guys feel like you owe it to me to be nice. I'm not even asking you guys to drop your answers in the comments. Just be honest with yourself. Tell yourselves the truth. Okay, now I remember mentioning in that video where I talked about being pregnant and all of that, I mentioned the fact that I did not want to get married, simply because I got pregnant. Now, again, Betha is not pregnant, but let's paint a picture of a girl who, because now she's pregnant, the guy wants to get married to her. Now, is pregnancy a deciding factor for marriage? Like, I'm pregnant, does that mean that I have to get married to you? Would you have asked me to marry you if I were not pregnant? These are things that we need to actually factor in, because a lot of people are in these situations, real life situations, okay? And I know this because, again, I read through all your comments, like from the beginning till the end of the comments, and I saw a lot of people sharing their stories with me, and it broke me so much. I got a lot of emails from people sharing how, they also had to face the stigma and all of that, how they've been able to deal with the situation of being a single mom. And, they were just trying to, give me strength and just make me understand that I'm not alone in this. Now, whilst I appreciate all of that, I also want us to be very, very honest with ourselves. Okay, would you have asked your girlfriend to get married to you if she did not get pregnant? And you, as a girl, would you have said yes to that man, to that guy who got you pregnant, if you hadn't gotten pregnant? Because You find that people actually go into marriages simply because, oh, I'm pregnant now, and the society is just going to be against me, and there's this pressure to just want to get married. Because again, I mentioned in that particular video that I didn't want to get pregnant before marriage, hence the reason I was feeling bad in that particular video. As a guy, should that be an ultimate decision? Like, okay, you're pregnant now, let me just get married to you. Like, at the end of the day, what's the point? Let's just get married. Is that the ultimate decision? Is that the best you think you can do at that point in time, guys? I really want to know. I really want to see where your minds are at, because again, these are situations that we see every day, but we just don't pay attention to them. But then, because it's better, we feel like there's a need to then come into the comments, and just say all these nice things. Now, I know you guys mean well, and I'm so sure that when I eventually get pregnant, when I eventually have a baby, I'm so sure that my baby is blessed. I'm grateful for that. I appreciate it. But does the girl next door have the same privilege? What's the difference between me and that girl living next door? What's the difference really? Another question I have is, why is it that here in Nigeria there's this stereotype? Now, I'm restricting this to Nigeria because this is where I live, and I've seen things, I've seen people, I've heard people share their stories, and it feels like the stereotype in this part of the world is crazy. You find that the society kind of frowns at a single lady getting pregnant and having a child out of wedlock. Most of the times, it might even restrict her chances of finding a spouse, because, oh, my son can never get married to a second-hand property. Even in situations where the son really likes the girl, the family is mostly saying, oh, we can never be in support, she already has a child, she has been promiscuous, she has been this, she has been that. Why is there so much stereotypes? Like, do you even know how many girls your son, yes, that's your saint of your son, do you even have an idea of how many people he probably have gotten pregnant? Do you even know how many people he probably would have given money to go for abortions? Like, do you have an idea? Why do you think that it's okay to then look down on a lady who has chosen to bear whatever it is, to bear the consequences, just have the child and move on with her life, try to do better for herself? Why do you guys think, or why does the society think that it's okay to look down on such lady? Why? I know a lot of people be too quick to say, oh, I'm not like that, oh, I'm not like that. The truth is, sometimes we do these things even unconsciously. You probably would not even know that you're doing it. And I know this because I also saw some comments that kind of had that undertone, oh, now you're single and you're still pregnant. I saw all of that. And these are real situations. I'm literally not mad at any of the comments I found in that video. I genuinely had an open mind. I really wanted to see the kind of comments that I would get, and I'm glad that I saw all of those. Now, while I know that your emotions were heightened, some of you felt sympathy for me, some of you felt like this same sympathy, would you feel that same sympathy for the next door girl? Because the truth is, if you're not going to feel that same sympathy, then I feel like that's hypocrisy, because I'm not different from that girl. She made a mistake. I could have made the same mistake. It could have been anybody. So why does she have to bear all of that alone? Why? Now, let's put this pregnant lady into consideration. Do you actually think that the lady has a say? Do you think she has a choice? Is there room for her to decide on what to do? Because at the end of the day, it's her body. I feel like it's just easier said than done. You know how you just say, oh, don't worry, everything will be fine, we got your back, we're here for you. I just feel like these things are easier said than done. No disrespect to the comments, no disrespect to any single one of you, and I know you guys meant well, saying those things to me, but I'm just putting myself right now in the shoes of an actual pregnant lady. Like, would she truly get this amount of support? Because again, in most cases, people do not have abortions simply because they want to. Most times, what we find in this part of the world is we do not even have resources available to cater to people like this. I was speaking to a friend of mine who stays in Germany, and this person was telling me how, like, in Germany they have this thing called Kindergeld. What that is some kind of child support, and the money is usually between 500 to 700 euros. This is given just as a way of supporting that lady. Do we even have things like that, or we just say, oh, don't worry, we got your back, we're there for you? When the real thing starts, are you guys really going to be there. I know, again, it's not you that got her pregnant, but then when you say things like, we got your back, we're here for you, when she comes to you asking you for, money to feed the baby, money to buy baby things, would you willingly give to her, or would you go back to your room and start saying stuff like, oh, she dey come meet me for money, now me give am belle, when she dey open leg down, she no know? These are things that we see every time, but because it's too sensitive, we just act like these things don't exist. Don't blame me, okay, for coming out and saying I'm pregnant. Like, there are different pregnant ladies. Let's just assume that those ladies are better. Okay, would you genuinely support them as much as you guys supported me in the comments? I don't need you to answer that. I'm just asking, so it's a self-reflective question. I want you to think about it. You guys showed me a lot of support to the point where I started feeling and wishing that I was actually pregnant, like, in all sincerity, as much as that's not what I want for myself right now. But you guys made me feel so loved. Now, if this amount of love can spread around for people who have made these same mistakes, then I feel like the world would be an easier place to live. Anyways, guys, I feel like I've said enough, and at this point I really want to hear from you guys, but I need to say this, and I think I'm just going to end this video with that. If you know that you don't want to get pregnant before marriage, you cannot handle the pressure that's probably going to come with it, or you just cannot face all of the stereotypes and all of that, guys, abstain. Okay, there's nothing wrong with abstaining from sex. Okay, I'm not going to be the one to give you a lecture on sex or whether or not to have sex. Like, that's up to you. We're all adults here, and at the end of the day, we all know what is right and what is wrong. Like the Igbo people will say, metonye di meni makololo. I'm going to say that very slowly. Okay, meta onye di meni makolulu. What that simply implies is, at a certain age, at some point in your life, it is always advisable for you to get into relationships with the type of people that you can end up with. There's no point just playing around and just saying, oh, I'm testing the water. If you don't see a future with you and that person, stay away from that person. This is not me speaking to just you guys. I'm speaking to you as much as I'm speaking to myself, and I feel like we all need to sit down and really reflect on these things that I have mentioned. I truly appreciate you guys for sharing your stories with me, and to be honest, that actually got me thinking, and I felt the need to sit here and address these issues. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed watching it, if I made a bit of sense to you guys, then please give this video a thumbs up. For those of you who subscribed to my channel upon watching that video, because of course YouTube recommended the video to a lot of people, you guys, you've not been here long enough, so you might not really know the type of person that I am, and if you feel offended, I'm sorry, but at the end of the day, I just wanted to pass a message across, and I'm convinced that I have done that. And yeah, if you want to stay, yeah, that would be nice. If you also feel like, oh, better deceive those, I'm unsubscribing, like, that's fine. I do not hold it against you. We're good, no hard feelings anywhere. I love you guys, okay? I truly do. I appreciate your love for me. It was overwhelming, and it means a lot to me. Thank you guys so much. Yeah, I'll see you guys on the next one, okay? Bye.